All right, guys. So bringing you something a little bit different today. We've run out of competitions in Australia, but we've just finished up with our global free-for-all tournament, and I'm with the Gold Star BR, or Brian, who placed third just over the weekend. So I wanted to thank you so much for your time being with us. But Brian, give us a little bit of a rundown on yourself. How old are you? Where you're from? How long have you been playing Halo? That type of thing.
Well, I'm 23. I live in the U.S., Tennessee, and I've been playing Halo. It's actually funny. My sister got me into Halo. Some of her friends in high school played it, and she kind of got me into it. And that was back when I was really young and there wasn't Xbox Live, so I just spent a lot of time playing campaign.
Yeah.
And I didn't actually get Xbox Live until near the end of Halo 2, and I used to go over to my friend's house who had Xbox Live, and that's where I really first started playing Halo 3 a lot. And then I got my own Xbox, and just kind of went from there.
Yeah, well, man, that's awesome. Well, I remember the first time I played Xbox Live as well. It was a lot later than most people because I didn't get an Xbox until like the first year out of high school. But I played at my mate's house. We had to unhook a TV off the wall, lean it on a chair, and run this like 30-meter Ethernet cord from the modem to the Xbox. And it was like the first time we all sat down, like, oh my God, are we online right now? Like, is this happening? We're versing other people. And like,
Yeah.
It's such a good memory. But so you started playing Halo 2 and you obviously played through Halo 3. What's your favorite Halo been over the time?
Well, I really like Halo 5. I definitely put the most time into Halo 3. I'd probably have to go with that one as my favorite just because that's where I really got into Xbox Live. I met a lot of people some people I really still even talk to this day. And yeah, just the whole atmosphere of Halo 3, the matchmaking, the Forge, everything, it was great. And I feel like I joined in at a pretty good time.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Halo 3 is so amazing at, is just the nostalgia. And like, I got goosebumps just then because just hearing someone say something like that brings up memories. I think that anyone that's watching this as well, is going to be thinking of times that they had when Halo 3 was at its height, like at its best population. Like I remember mornings. So obviously I'm from Australia, and so I remember mornings. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning and seeing the sun come up, and sitting in the basement of my mate's house and just being like, we just played like 24 hours of Halo 3,
Yeah.
And those are some of the best memories and friendships that you make, and it's all around one game. So it's that type of stuff that gets me so hyped when we've got Infinite coming out, because there's going to be a new generation of gamer that's going to be experiencing that for the first time, but with Halo Infinite. And I think that's one of the reasons why everyone needs to try and stay as positive as they can around Halo Infinite, because it might not be exactly what you want, but like, I'm 27, so I'm almost 30. It's not about what I want anymore. It's about what, the 15, 16-year-olds who are, going to be playing the game for the next 10 years really want. But yeah, so what do you think of the competition overall?
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of competition. There's definitely some names that I've played against before in FFA. Tapping buttons. There have been a lot of like online FFAs and stuff in Halo 5's lifespan, and I feel like he's always one of the people at the top. And then Suppressed, he's actually, I think he's been playing Halo 5 for a while, but he's actually, I've seen him like definitely improve in the past like year. He's gotten really good. So, but besides those two, like there were definitely a lot of other good players. I mean, everybody in the finals was, capable, and even in the semifinals, it was a lot of competition.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, obviously, that's our first comp that we've run independently from having any other help, and so realistically, it was me sitting in this chair, just trying to bounce between Discord and Challenge and trying to sort everything out. And we learned so much from it that in the future we're going to be able to run better events, and I'm going to be able to target the people that we want playing in it a little bit more, because this time around we did some marketing to get new players in, but from the first round, which was a complete mess as far as me trying to organize that, that just goes to show that new players can't go into a competition that there's going to be more veteran players in, because they're going to hold it up. They're going to be complaining about cheating and losing, and they don't know to be online, and they don't put the right gamer tags in, and like they've got no idea what's going on. And that just made it so hard, because I was literally talking in like the DMs on Discord. I had like 15 of these people that have never been in a competition before, that like let's compete, like good on them, but they just didn't know what was going on. And I was like, it really shouldn't be that hard, but it made it a big difference. So hopefully next time we're going to be able to separate events and go, okay, this event is for new people, and the marketing that we do through Instagram and Facebook can be targeted at that, and then I can actually deal with it appropriately and give those people the attention that they need. And then we'll be able to do separate comps that are going to be more for guys like you and Tapping Buttons and Suppressed and Anthony and the guys that like really were in at the end there, that kind of know what's going on. You know what I mean? So it was a good experience overall for us. But was there a round that you thought you played your best?
It's kind of hard to say, because earlier rounds, like you said, you're going to have those players who have not played in a competition before, and someone like me, I've played in a lot of these, so, and I'm not trying to like boast or anything, but I'm pretty good at the game. So it's it's like I can drop like a high amount of kills, but I would say I feel like I played my best in the semifinals, because I did end up beating Tapping, and there were a lot of other really good players in the lobby. So if I had to pick one round, it'd probably be the semifinals.
Yeah, no, awesome. Well, the one thing that we wanted to take away from this as well is trying to make sure that we could stream some of the competitions for Divine Mind next time, because we had to think about 18 people out of the 186 that were registered. We had about 18 people that were streaming it, or that I could find streaming it anyway. And there was a lot of an audience there. So we wanted to make sure that we can do it again, but then we can have some highlights, and we can kind of show games like the semifinals and go, hey, look at all these people that played really well. Did you get any clips or anything? Was there any highlights? Like, did you?
I don't know if there was any highlights necessary. I know one of the games I had like 10 or 11 perfect kills, but as far as like any multi kills or anything, I'm not too sure. I think I got like one overkill in the tournament, but maybe that was it.
Yeah, 10, 11 perfect kills is insane. That's
yeah. I don't know. Some games you just like, I don't know, you're just really feeling it, and I don't know, just go off.
Yeah, love it, man. Are you going to be planning to compete coming into Halo Infinite?
Yes, I probably will. I actually went to a few lands in Halo 5. Man, it's nice being able to get that experience. It definitely helps, and I think I have made a little bit of a name for myself. So hopefully in Infinite, I can find some people that want to link up and see what goes from there.
Yeah, awesome, man. Well, fingers crossed for you. We are in the process right now of working on the structure that we're going to have around our competitive teams. Ideally, we really want to have a Halo Australia competitive team. So we want, because we're obviously an Australian organization, we want that to be our focus. But at the same time, there's so many good players out there that just don't get the recognition and opportunity to compete. So we want to make sure that we can offer something to international players as well. So it's good to hear that there's going to be players like you out there that maybe we can even help out, to making sure that you get into lands and getting the opportunity to put yourself out there as much as possible, because, it's players like you that really make the scene. You know what I mean? The more Brians there are, the more Halo, people play Halo. So, and I guess thinking about Infinite, we just had the release, which was, I personally, I was so hyped watching it, and then when I went back and went through the second time, I was super underwhelmed. I was like, wow, we really didn't get anything out of that. But it's just the campaign side of things. What did you think about it? Did you watch it live? What was your thoughts?
Yeah, obviously, anything different from what we have now, there's going to be like speculation and whatnot. But I think, like you said, it was campaign. I really wish we got a little bit more like gameplay, just to see, what we had. But I'm just going to wait, see what the multiplayer holds. Maybe they'll do some kind of gameplay reveal, but it looks promising. That's all I can really say right now is, it looks promising. I'm gonna, give the game a try, obviously, when it comes out, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, same. I actually thought there was a few times when I was watching it that it took a lot of Halo 3's aesthetic, and this is I think what a lot of people didn't like. It kind of took that Halo 3 aesthetic, but then kind of merged it a little bit with what was going on in Halo 5. But the way that it looks, I think that once a finished product is out, it's going to be fantastic. What's your must-haves in Halo Infinite, like as far as the ranking system or the gameplay or the game modes or the competitions? What do you want from the game when it comes out?
Well, something that's really important for me is early, because I'm a competitive player, so I want to make sure we have like good competitive settings like within the first few months, because Halo 5, some people may have liked it, but the first year and a half we were playing radars, AR, like there was a bunch of stuff like people didn't like. And the settings we have now compared to then are just like so much better. So I think for me, that's something for esports anyways, necessary for the game to do well, is at least a good foundation for competitive settings within the first few months. And then another thing some people might not really think of is back in the original Halo 3, you could watch films with your friends, and that was always something I enjoyed. But every Halo after that, I think you couldn't do that. So I think that's something for me. Is that'd be kind of a cool feature. And then obviously we need to have good foraging. I think that will happen though. Like I'm not. And then the 1 through 50 ranking system. Me personally, I like that better. I don't know if they'll go back to that or if they'll stick with the CSR. But yeah, that's just kind of my personal preference.
Yeah, no, I think there definitely needs to be something done with the ranking system, but it's a really difficult thing to say. I think if there was to be a quick fix or an easy fix, the best way to do something like that is social needs to be social. Don't make social something where you still find players around your skill level. If you're wanting a high population game that plays with lots of people, that's going to be a free for all. Like, one reason that has to happen is bad players have to see just how good some players are. I remember for me playing Halo 3, whenever I saw someone with a 50, it felt like they actually deserved that. It was like right. Oh, that person is so good at this game. I want to be more like them. How do I do that? I play ranked. And then you go into ranked, and then you put with people at your skill level that lets you kind of improve slowly. But in Halo 5, I can't play anything without it feeling like I'm sweating my balls off trying to get a kill.
Right.
And I think that takes away from a lot of people, because right now there's a population it's a small population. The majority of that population is either really good at the game or really bad at the game. And there's not really people in the middle here. And there's no way for them to find each other unless it's in a really unfair setting where you've got a really good player, trying to carry 3 terrible players and then 4 in the middle players over the other side that are, it doesn't make sense. So that's my personal opinion. I think social needs to be social. Rank needs to be really specific and really good at making sure that you've got good players playing against good players. But let the bad players get stomped on so that they know that they're bad and that there are better people out there, and that encourages them to improve. I personally think that'd be a good way to do it.
Right.
Outside of that, I said I wouldn't keep you too long. So the last thing I wanted to kind of talk about was, do you have any content kind of going on at the moment? Are you streaming? Do you have a YouTube channel? Is there stuff out there that you'd like us to share and for people to see what you're doing?
Yeah. So actually, I was streaming quite a bit near the end of June for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then I kind of got busy doing other stuff, and I'm kind of just waiting until this session of school is over, which is going to be in the next couple of weeks, and then I'm going to try to start streaming again. I really need to get a PC so I can upgrade it and stuff. But yeah, my stream is just my gamer tag, just all together, no spaces. So cool. Actually, I take that back. It doesn't have D in it. It's just Gold Star BR. It's not the Gold Star BR.
Cool. Awesome. Doesn't matter. I'm going to put a link to your Twitter and everything that you've got going on down below the video. So everyone that's watching this on YouTube, you can just click on that and you'll be able to see more of Brian's wonderful face playing Halo. If you didn't get a chance to see any of the gameplay that came from the free-for-all, the last few games were really tight and there were a lot of really high-skilled players in it, and Brian's someone definitely keep your eye on going into Infinite and seeing what he's capable of. So thank you so much for your time, Brian. I really appreciate it. It's awesome to...
No problem. Thanks for having me.
That's all right, man. Before we go, I said I'd give you the opportunity. Did you have any questions or anything for me, or anything that you wanted to know more about Divine Mind or anything like that?
How long have you guys been doing Halo tourneys? Because I try to look for any tournament organizers or anything, especially since events aren't happening right now. So how long have you guys been around?
The actual Divine Mind brand was established pretty much right at the end of last year. I think it was on the 29th of December 2019, but it had been planned for about a year before that. We held our first competition. This one was our first competition solo, but we did a 4K Pro League. Well, it was in association with Halo Australia before that, and that was 2 months beforehand, and that was the first ever competition. So we're brand new, but we really wanted to come out swinging, and we really wanted to establish a brand that was super transparent and that people could trust and that people wanted to be a part of before Halo Infinite comes out, because I think there's way too much of kids trying to start esports teams and putting it all over the place, and it caused a lot of issues. Whereas Fred and I have had a fair bit of experience, both business-wise, and we have a huge amount of passion for Halo. When it comes down to it, Fred and I are players. We sit down and grind Halo just as much as everybody else. Not quite as good as some people, but we've got the passion primarily, and that's what started this. If we were doing this to make money or anything like that, we would have done it with a bigger game. But we're doing this because we really want to help the Halo scene. We're really proud of the players that we've got in Australia as well, and we think that they just don't get an opportunity to show themselves on a world scale. So that's kind of where we came from. The other thing was, I've noticed from all of the watching that I've done of all esports, is I think that we're really badly portrayed, gamers in general, to the whole world. So I've got a background as a personal trainer, massage therapist, and a nutrition coach. And I wanted to make sure that we could develop a brand that also showed gamers how they can have balance. So how can you be a pro player that's making money playing games, or a content creator that's making content? How can you live a healthy lifestyle, have great relationships, and have time to kind of, follow up on other goals that are outside gaming? And that's what's going to be coming when we have our content creator and affiliate kind of pathways, is going to be helping people, helping gamers, no matter what age, no matter how good they are, find a way to, one, get paid to play, but two, to have a balanced lifestyle. You know what I mean? Where they can actually, develop really good social skills. They can be confident. They can feel happy in themselves and healthy in themselves. We want to see people stand up on stage after their competition, be able to do an interview and just knock it out and just sound super professional, and people go, wow, I want to be more like that guy. So right. That's kind of what we were born from. That was a long answer to the small question you asked, but anything else good. you wanted to check with?
I don't really know. Are you guys going to be doing are you guys going to do Infinite online tourneys? Are you going to try to be doing that from the start, or what's your goal?
Yeah, that's the plan, man. Again, we want to stay as integrated in the community as we can. What we're going to try to do more when Infinite comes out is to design our competitions to go around whatever format the pro season kind of works off. So we want to do lead-in or practice events for our Australian guys coming into those. And then we'll do some global stuff as well, just to keep our eye on what everyone else is doing and make sure that, if there are players that we feel like have got an awesome opportunity to do really well in Halo Infinite, but they just haven't got the support, we want to make sure we can jump on the back of them and help them out and give them that leg up and kind of be like, all right, we think you can do well. Let's see it. So yes, the plan is get stuck into Infinite. A whole heap of online stuff. We'll definitely do some lanes in Australia. I'm in Canada at the moment, which is why the sun is setting over here.
Yeah, I was like, it's it's already getting pretty late over here. It's probably dark in Australia, but Canada makes sense.
So yeah, I'm in Canada. I initially came over here to to network with a few gaming organizations, but COVID kind of put a stop to that. So hopefully once all that clears up, I can get back to that. But thank you again so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it. I'm going to leave a link to all your stuff, like I said, in the description below. Anyone that watched this the whole way through, we really appreciate your support and dropping a like and leaving a bit of a comment, letting us know if there was any questions that I didn't ask that you'd like to hear more of, if there's any suggestions for other content that you'd like to see or competitions that you'd like. Also, we now have a few things that are live on our website. No merch just yet, but a few other things. So if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description to our website, and feel free to give me any feedback on that. Also, if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord, because we post everything to the Discord as soon as it happens. Anytime we've got an announcement for a competition, or anytime a YouTube video goes up, or anytime that people go live on Twitch, it's all happening in there. Thank you again, Brian, so much, and we'll see
Thanks for having me.
next time. That's all right.